Hey divas, and welcome back to another video. So this one's going to be a bit different. I need to complain. Or wait, I actually do that a lot, so maybe it's not that different, but I want to talk about the state of Roblox. So we all have witnessed and experienced these horrific updates lately, and I'm not even exaggerating when I say that it has ruined how much I enjoy playing Roblox. I would even say that Roblox has become a dictatorship because all of these changes are so big, affect so many people, and I'll get into that, but silence people. So it's not looking good for them. I'm sorry if this video is going to be a little bit messy, a little bit chaotic. The script for it is not that good, honestly, but so bear with me. I feel like Roblox has made a lot of questionable decisions these past few years, but when it really started going downhill was the age chat update. The age chat update was implemented late last year, early this year, I really can't remember, but it was supposed to protect kids by restricting who people can talk to on the platform. So for example, I'm 20, and that means I can talk to 16-year-olds and older, and when I turn 21, I'll be able to only talk to players 18 and older. And this is fine. I think I'm super okay with only speaking to people my age. I don't have a problem with that. However, it doesn't work. The system doesn't work. Let me give you an example. A few days ago, I was playing Murder Mystery, and there was this girl who had voice chat, and turns out she was 12. How the hell am I being able to hear a 12-year-old when I'm not even supposed to be able to talk to or hear 15-year-olds? It doesn't work. And 12, that's crazy. Kids are bypassing the system, and that means that predators can too. And yeah, so the system is so flawed, and it ruins the platform. So many games are ruined by these restrictions and age groups. And yeah, a lot of games require just simple communication between players, or the experience of the game is completely ruined. And I'll give you a few examples. In Jailbreak, sometimes you need to be two people to start a robbery, and so you can't communicate with people and let them know that you want to do this robbery. You can coordinate with people. Yeah, so that's ruined. And then in Bloxburg, the neighborhoods are really not the same anymore, because a lot of neighborhoods have cafes. Yeah, people who run cafes or hotels, and that's ruined because now people can't just interact with each other to get a room, or order a coffee, or do those kind of things in game, and that's some of my favorite things to do. So a lot of games have been just taking a real hit, and it's really sad. And then let's get to the face update. Yeah, so was it in April that they just removed all the classic faces and replaced them with these dynamic heads that looked worse? If the new dynamic heads would have looked the same, that would have been totally fine, because you can turn off the animation on them, so then it would have been the same. But they weren't. They were totally messed up, and I don't know if they have fixed them, but it doesn't matter. The point is that they made such a dramatic change that affected almost everyone, and they didn't even bother to wait until the replacements were as good as the old faces. So everyone was just pissed. It just ruined everything for everyone. It makes me so frustrated. And it just boggles my mind how Roblox is totally incapable of making good decisions. The only good change that I can think of was when they renamed connections to friends. And that was backtracking on a previous change. So does that even count as a change? Because they just fixed their own poor decision. The last change I want to talk about before we get into more of a general discussion is the chat rephrasing update, which is kind of recent. And this is literally the worst of all updates, I think, because you guys have probably noticed that sometimes, or let's be honest, a lot of times, when you write something in chat on Roblox, Roblox will rewrite it so that it's more suitable for the platform. And that fucking sucks for like multiple reasons. Number one being it's censorship. Like whenever it rephrases one of my chats, it completely changes the message and the thing that I'm trying to convey. And yeah, it just like works so badly, and they're making us say different things, and that's dictatorship, that's censorship, and that's so bad. And two, like literally all of my chats get rephrased when I'm not even saying something bad. So again, a system that doesn't work. What a surprise. I can't even say like, okay, this is not the best example, but you can't even say ugly anymore. Like, not in like any context. And I mean like, this doesn't even make sense to have this along with the like chat restrictions in the age groups. Because if I can't talk to kids, if kids can't see my chats, why does it matter if I would say something that's slightly like bad or harsh or, you know, slightly mean? I think you're allowed to be mean, honestly. There's a time and place for things. Yeah, what's the point? Like, do you guys know what I mean? Like, if we were all adults or like over 16, we should be able to like even swear. We should be able to have like freedom of speech. I literally don't understand it. It doesn't make sense. And on top of all of this, lately, like all of my chats, like so many of my chats are being like just straight up tagged, like tags, erased. And that's when I'm not even saying anything bad, and it frustrates me. Sometimes there will be like a minute straight where every single thing I write gets tagged. So, you know, you can't even say like follow me anymore. So if you want to show someone something, you can't even say that. You know, sometimes, you know, I like to run hotels in Bloxburg, and so I say, you know, follow me to your room. It gets straight up tagged. And in these moments where like Roblox is making everything I say tags, I can't even say like things like hi. That gets tagged, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? It's just insane. And also like you can't mention like in-game locations. So if you say like, oh, you know, I'm on Riverside, you know, can we meet me on Riverside? Like that gets tagged, and you can't say that. And so it's just so difficult to play the fucking game because you can't say anything anymore. It doesn't take into account the context of what you're saying. It's not like I mentioned a real life location. It's not like, you know, I've told anyone where I live, or, you know, it's not anything like that. I'm trying to just find someone in game or like communicate. Like, it's basic communication, and you can't even do that anymore. And it makes me so mad. It's insane. It's madness. Roblox is literally built on playing with others. So when you can't chat with at least half of the server, and when your chats get rewritten to something you didn't say, and when your chats get completely like tagged or erased for no reason, what the fuck is the point of playing Roblox? They're literally digging their own grave, and we're getting burned too. I'm just so disappointed, and I'm not gonna be afraid to say it. The Roblox CEO, David Baszucki, whatever his name is, he has to go. Honestly, fire all of them at the top. I don't care. They don't even know what they're doing anymore. If I was famous, I would like start a hashtag and try to cancel Roblox, but I don't really think any more than 9 people are gonna see this video. So yeah, that's not gonna happen. Yeah, I'm sorry for the negativity, but I just needed to rant about this. It's been on my mind for a long time, and I know everyone else is pissed too. Thank you guys so much for listening, and if you want, please like and subscribe. Your support really helps as I try to grow my channel. And if you have any thoughts on the state of Roblox, please leave them in the comments below. I read and respond to all my comments, and especially for this video and this topic, I really want to know what you guys think. Have an awesome day, divas. Bye!